Okay, obviously looking forward to another opportunity with our team against the Bears. It's been a difficult season, we all know that, but we kept our focus down the stretch, and guys continue to work. Another good day of practice. We just got to keep staying after it. I think the guys are looking forward to going to Chicago and playing well. It's a chance for us to, again, to play another game, so it's an opportunity to win another game, and we got to continue to do that. As far as the injuries are concerned, we held Jamar Taylor out with a sore foot. Hope that that gets better and makes progress throughout the week. Everyone else was able to practice. Okay.
Hey, Hugh, you were talking the other day at a conference call about Deshaun and the pendulum, one good game, kind of one bad game.
Uh-huh.
Have you been able to figure out any reason for that inconsistency? Does he prepare the same way every week? Can you notice anything different from one week to the next?
No, I think he prepares the same way. I think it's been the same commitment. The challenge changes, who you're facing, what their strengths, what their weaknesses are. And that's the National Football League. I think that's what he's finding out. Every team is not a cookie cutter. Some teams have different strengths than the team you played before. So, again, they're going to look at the things that he struggles with, and they're going to attack those. So he is starting to understand that. I'm sure he is, because he's been through it quite a bit. But that's where that was coming from.
What have you thought of what you've seen on film of Trubisky?
Playing good for a young player. Again, they protect him a lot, and they got a real strong running game. He's made some plays, and again, he's a young player just like all these quarterbacks. But he's been able to win some games, and I'm sure that confidence level for him is strong. I think he's got a good future there. Again, he can throw the ball, complete the ball. He's done some good things for him.
Who replaces Kendrick? Is that Nakua?
I'm sorry?
Who replaces Derrick Kendrick?
We're going to, use a combination of guys. Like you said, Kai probably will go down there, but also we'll have Jabril down there. We'll play in different packages with people, and we'll move Jabril a little bit closer to the ball, so we have opportunity to be down there. But Kai will too as we go through this.
What were your pre-draft thoughts on Mitch Trubisky, and was that real, that the stuff that we had heard about, that you guys kind of went down to the wire between Mitch and Miles?
No, I mean we drafted Miles. I mean, obviously Trubisky is a good player. He was the second player drafted, good quarterback. He's definitely a guy that we looked at. He had talent, he's from the area, and it turned out the way we thought it would. Miles is here, and he's there in Chicago.
How they protect Mitch a little bit by running the ball
Mm-hmm.
so much. And we've asked you about the run-pass breakout here. But do you feel, like with Deshaun, did you feel it was necessary to kind of push him along so you can develop him in your offense as a passer, as opposed to saying, we're going to run the ball 40 times a game?
I think the difference is they started off with a veteran quarterback, and so I think they knew what they had, in Glennon first, and then made the switch to Trubisky. Our situation was totally different. I think when you start a season, you're still trying to win football games. Not that they wasn't. I don't look at them and compare them to us or us to them. It's just how we saw it. Our quarterback room was much different. So the charge for that room is different than maybe what the charge was for their room. So Deshaun started off in a little different capacity. He was a starting quarterback before the end of training camp, and on you go. Would we have liked to run the ball more? Yeah, I mean, we've tried to do those things too, but at the end of it, you're still charged about winning football games. It's not just, making sure that he can make it to the next game. We have a locker room that's trying to win each and every week, and I think that's what we're trying to do.
We talked about, Deshaun's confidence
Mm-hmm.
since the day you walked in here. Where do you think it's at right now? 2 days ago?
I think he's, again, any quarterback who's been under the duress that he has, that's a struggle. But I think Deshaun is still a very confident person and still a confident player. That being said, are there some scars there? You better know there are. I don't think any quarterback that goes through what he's been through that doesn't have them. But there's been many other players before him that's been in some similar situations that's had the same scars, maybe not to this extent, but they've had them. and they find a way to come back out of them and have great careers. I think we know that, and that's what we anticipate from him. I don't. Again, he's a young player, and if he couldn't handle it, we wouldn't stick him back out there. I truly believe that he can. You know, that's part of my process with our staff of looking at this too, and that's why I said what I said after the game. I wasn't going to look and see what was best for all involved. If I didn't think he can handle it, I wouldn't put him back out there. But he's ready to go and excited about playing.
You said he feels like he's packed 4 or 5 years worth of experience into one season.
It's going to feel like that. You know, he's been through a lot. You know, he's, you know, obviously, I mean, the issues are well documented. The successes that he's had, the little ones that he's had, those are documented too. And what he has to do is continue to have more good times than bad. I mean, I think that's to a man on our football team. I think we're all chasing that, you know, and I think that's what has eluded everybody. So I think he gets it. It's hard, but this is a hard sport, you know, for hard people. So this is not an easy sport. So you got to continue to grow from it and learn from it, and then hopefully in the future that these experiences that he's been through now will pay off for him.
Let me ask you, from a coaching perspective, at this point in the season, do you accentuate, when you're talking to him, do you accentuate his positives, or do you still harp on the bad?
I talk about the positive. I try to more than the negatives, because the negatives are there for everybody to see. You know, those are the things that people talk about the most. There are some things that are negative that, you know, you want to continue to work at and improve on. But at the same time, I don't think beating him down is the best way to go. You know, I think trying to get him to be the best version of himself is what we have to do, and that's what we try to accomplish.
I just asked John Fox this question a little bit ago. Obviously, they made a first-round commitment to Mitch, and they traded up to get him. He said they're very confident that he's their quarterback of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Deshaun stand on that spectrum for you right now?
I think with Deshaun, I think the quarterbacks on our football team in general, just all of them, I think they all understand that we're always trying to better our position. We did not draft a quarterback in the first round and say this is our quarterback of the future. We took a quarterback. We're trying to grow him. We have a very young quarterback room. We need to continue to improve that room as much as we can as we move forward. For it to be the best it can be. I understand, you know, when you take a guy in the second round, everybody suspects that that's the guy. We wish it is. I mean, you hope it is. But if it isn't, that's okay too. And hopefully that guy will continue to grow and get better. But you also have to continue to get better at the position.
Have you, anywhere in your coaching history, not just in the NFL, have you ever been coached a team that had 0 wins in the quarterback?
Never in my life. Never. A lot of this is a first for me. A lot of this is a first for a lot of people on our staff and maybe some of those players in the locker room, other than what the experience was a year ago. I mean, I get it. I know all the things that get said and the things that people don't understand, but that's where we are. You know, that we can't change it. The only way we're going to change it someday is for them to get wins. You know.
So for you as a head coach to not be able to say, just listen to that guy. What kind of a challenge?
It's a challenge, but what difference does it make right now? I'm just being very honest. I mean, nobody's going to change the record because that's the situation. You know, it is what it is. So that has a lot to do with a lot of different things as you go through it. I mean, this is a young football team. This is a very young football team, the youngest in the league, you know, that's trying to get better, that works hard every day, that goes out to games and gives it everything they have. Sometimes it doesn't go as well. Sometimes they fight like a Dickens. I mean, so we still have a lot of work to do here to get this organization, the football team, and all involved to where we need to be, and that's what we're working at.
You mentioned Peppers getting closer to the line, played some strong safety the last couple of games. How exciting is that to be able to see him where you really thought when you drafted him he should fit the best?
No, that's exciting. You know, it's you don't want it to happen with somebody getting hurt. Because I think Kendrick was doing some good things, you know, he really was. But it's also exciting to watch Jabril do something that maybe he's natural at. And he's done some great things back there deep, you know, for us this year. So, again, that experience for him is going to pay off for him in his career as he continues to move forward as well, because he's now done both. And I think that's another toy for Greg when we put different packages out there. People not sure, is he deep? You know, is he in the deep third? Is he up close? Where is he going to be? And so you get to play that game a little bit.
Jabril, This has been a rough welcome to the NFL for him, but he's never once used any excuse about playing deep or,
Right.
he's never once said, I'm out of position or anything like that. Has he handled it well behind
He,
the scenes with you
no,
guys?
he has. He's been outstanding, as a lot of our guys have. I mean, a lot of these young guys, they're grateful and thankful for the opportunity, and they're learning their way in the National Football League and what works for them. And again, I commend the men in that room because they come here every week with the right mindset, with the right attitude to work, to get better, to go do anything and everything they can to go win a football game, and that's what we got to continue to try to do.
If you were Greg, like you kind of do with Deshaun, if you were Greg, had to kind of pick him up though.
Who,
and
Jabril?
Jabril behind the scenes.
He's not that kind of guy. Jabril, I would slap him on the butt and tell him let's go, but I've never seen Jabril down about anything that way. He plays a little different position than quarterback. But at the same time, all these young guys, we always try to monitor them because we have quite a few young guys playing. David Njoku's playing, Jabril Brantley's playing. There's quite a few guys. And so we try to do a good job as a staff of making sure we keep these guys upbeat and going because, again, this league is, as I said a long time ago, not just for quarterbacks, for anybody. It's tough. It can bring you to your knees, but I think the guys have handled all this extremely well.
Is it a little disappointing not having Pro Bowl guys, and that's part of the territory of the record?
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, but we have two guys that made the alternate team, and I recognize those guys in front of the team because I think it's a team award as well. Those players get recognized, individually. But again, somebody had to do some things for Joe Schobert to be where he was, and obviously there's some people making decisions up front, whether it's the quarterback or JC, for Joel to get the accolades that he's gotten. So again, it's until we start winning here, then that's when, like I told him, we start winning, we'll get more guys on that team. But right now, this is the two guys that have been recognized.
What have you thought of Antonio's year coming off that major foot injury?
Big time. He's been outstanding. He's had a really, really solid year. And again, until, like I said, I'm going to say it again, until we start winning, will these guys really get recognized for what I truly think they are? Because we have some guys that are really good players. And we just got to continue to put them in situations and environments so they can continue to get better.
Joel was saying today that he watched the game at home last year that you've won.
Mm-hmm.
He said he didn't realize how much he needed that win. You guys got it.
Yeah.
You can relate to that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you guys are in a similar situation to last year here, is that part of your emphasis that you're talking to them this week about that feeling, what happened on Christmas Eve last year?
No, I'm not going to. Honestly, I don't want to dive into that because that was a year ago. This team is different. This team, I hate to say it, is younger. The guys that are playing now is a younger team. I know you're laughing about that. It's the truth. It's a younger team. It's a different year, similar situation, but I don't want to attack it the same. I think what's important is that we continue to work as hard as we can, become better, over this next week. This is a 2-week season. Here it is this week. We're playing the Bears in Chicago. How can we put together the best plans offensively, defensively, and special teams, meet good, practice good, get on a plane and travel and go play the best we can play? And I think that's the big focus for us right now.